Hey everybody, hope you all are well. Thanks for joining me. I wanted to talk about this missing couple out of Miami. A very weird situation. Give you a brief picture of the couple. Darius Coon, 31, Chastity Charlotte Rodriguez, 35, were shot multiple times in a white Jeep Cherokee parked on the 10th floor of a garage shared by a condominium and hotel at 230 Northeast 4th Street, downtown Miami. Darius from Detroit was reported missing on July 16, 2025, after traveling to Miami to meet Charlotte. The single mother of Dominican descent moved to Miami from New York a week before her death. The couple was on a date when they were ambushed in the parking garage. Charlotte Rodriguez and Darius Coon, 31. She is believed to be an exotic dancer who moved to Miami looking for work at a strip club. Both families are seeking answers. So far, no one has been arrested for the crime. Darius Coon was a son, father, football coach, kind-hearted man who loved his kids. His family said the native Detroiter had recently moved to Miami, but still traveled to Detroit often to see his family and two children. The mother said, "I talked to my son 3 or 4 times a day." His mother, Tasha Porter, told a reporter, but then the call stopped. "When he didn't call, I knew something was wrong. My granddaughter is 7. She don't understand. She knows daddy's not picking up the phone. My grandson, he's a football player. He didn't want to go to practice. His dad was always there." Darius will be laid to rest in Detroit on his birthday, August 7th, which is next week. What is bizarre is the obvious. They are found in a 10th floor parking garage. Someone smelled an odor and notified authorities, and that's when the bodies were found. She had just moved to Miami the week before, and he was obviously staying there as well from Detroit, but was traveling back and forth. What the hell happened? Number one, did they tell somebody where they were going? Was someone lying in wait in the garage to rob somebody? Or is this personal? Could this be somebody knew her, stalking her? Had she been dating someone within a week or longer and they knew where she was going, they were following her? Number two, same with Mr. Darius. Did he have a female that was upset? Someone he had met, things didn't work out. He was followed. One can't think that it's a hit on both. I don't know, because they're both new to the area. That's what's so weird about their interaction, is that both are new to the area. So is it an issue of somebody on either side of the coin that know of them? Somebody had beef with him, followed him, lied in wait. Same thing with the young lady. Somebody knew of her, had dealings with her, lied in wait, ambushed him in that garage. Very creepy situation. Prayers to the families. As the article said, Mr. Darius will be laid to rest next week, the end of next week. This is terrible because each moved to this place for whatever reason. And that's what's so interesting about the story, is that they're both from somewhere else. They're both new to Miami. They're on a date. They're in his car. Don't know if they had just got to the garage to get out to go on the date, or they had already been on their date and somebody ran up to the car and shot both of them dead. So now we got to ask the next question. What did they retrieve from the vehicle when they shot? I guess what, through the window? Or did they approach them as soon as they got to the car? Say, I don't know, getting in the car, they were approached, getting out of the car. Were they robbed? Will we find out that these people were robbed? My next story is coming out of California. This is a very wicked story. Feel free to go to my community page to check out both stories. Some young ladies were in a Southern California hotel. They were participating in a water polo tournament, and it was after 12 o'clock midnight, and there was a black wire put under their door. The person who put the wire under the door was trying to grab the latch to unlock the door. The girls ended up getting up. One of the girls got up, got her camera, filmed it. It's on video. Feel free to check it out on my community page. And she's telling the person to go away very politely. Which, you know, if it was Queen, everybody in the hotel would have heard me, okay? What's interesting is that you don't hear feedback from the person with the wire. So the first thing I said was to myself, is this a hotel room that's on the outside? You know, you can walk outside to the public on concrete, or it's a hotel room in a building. Long story short, it's a hotel room in the building. So that led me to believe it can't be but one or two people. A staff member who knows that there are girls, females in the room, or someone on the floor staying in the hotel. One of the mothers contacts the GM. The GM tells her that it was a room check. And the mother also asks, is the person going to be fired? And they said, yes, the person's going to be fired. And they end up giving the kids a basket of treats and balloons as if they were 5 years old. These are teenage girls. What the hell? What is a basket of treats going to do for someone trying to break into a hotel room after hours, and it happens to be a hotel staff member? Who is this hotel staff member? How old is he? How long has he been working for the hotel? Nighttime manager? I would assume so, because hotel staff is usually gone. Everybody knows checkout is usually at 11 a.m. in most hotels. So why is someone trying to go into a room at 12 midnight to check to see if someone's in there? Where is your hotel master key? Checkmate. You all left that part out of the story. Mr. GM, you forgot to mention the master key. So the person was up to nefarious deeds, attempting nefarious deeds, because if you work at the hotel, whether you are security staff, management, or housekeeping, you should have a master key to open all doors. Hello? So why is someone trying to enter a room with all females after midnight to check the room? And giving these kids baskets of potato chips and balloons is an atrocity. F them balloons and F them treats. Where is our refund, number one? And if I was the mother, I would have told the general manager, I want to know the name of the guy. Yeah, I want to know his name, because I want to know why the hell he was trying to break into this room. Police report was filed. Amen. Thank God the girls were not hurt. But I'm sure these young ladies are fearful now to travel away from home and stay in a hotel, or hell, be anywhere alone without appropriate supervision. See, this goes to show you you can't go anywhere. You're not safe in your home, Airbnb, visiting someone, hotel, away, as you saw with the couple in the garage in Miami. They're minding their business, allegedly, and they're ambushed and killed. Don't know if there's more than one killer, two killers, I don't know. But the point is they're dead. Don't know if it's robbery or if it's personal. When there's an update, I will surely bring it to you. But as you see, different parts of the world, Florida to California, different types of situation of funky business. You are not safe no matter who you are, whether you are a child, an adult, a male or female. Road rage, personal vendettas, robbery, it doesn't matter. Each case shows you the mindset of a human being. Someone took it personal against that couple down in Miami. As I said, don't know if the person knows them or not, or they just picked them at random, wanted to find some people to rob. They didn't steal the car. The couple found dead in the car. So one would assume, well, did they steal anything off their persons? I didn't hear that in the news broadcast. Very wicked story. Then we go all the way over here to the Pacific Northwest. Young girls staying in a hotel, and there's hotel staff trying to entered their hotel room with a wire. You need to watch the video. And I'm glad the girls filmed it, because it's better than them trying to explain it to a judge and in court. They have the video and the judge can see for himself or herself this person trying to enter the room, rambling with the door, trying to get in because they worked there and they knew that those girls were in there and they were trying to get in that room to do God knows what. And we know it's not to give treats and balloons. He was trying to enter that room to hurt these kids, rob them, sexual assault, so on and so forth. And I'm trying to figure out how he thought he was going to get away with doing it by himself. And see, that's another thing. Same thing with this case in Florida. You don't know if it's more than one perpetrator. How do I know it wasn't two guys standing out there in that hallway? Don't they have cameras in the hallways? So we got to ask that. Were there cameras? Was anybody else up listening to this person rambling with the door? You were going to enter this room with 3 girls and do what? But as you saw with the case in Idaho, one perpetrator killed 4 kids in our house, all college students. So it doesn't have to be more than one perpetrator, as some of you think. Yes, one person can kill more than one person. That's my commentary. Please be aware of your faculties. Wherever you are staying, visiting, if you're a college student, in your dorm, your apartment, you need to be aware of the company you keep, your neighbors. Every neighbor is not your friend, not friendly. People you go out on a date with, hook up with, dating, everyone does not mean you well. And even if you're in a relationship, that person can turn on you. These are 2 wicked tales. One ended viciously in Miami, of a couple found dead in a SUV. California, young girls attending a polo concert, a polo tournament, and someone was watching in that hotel room. He knew they were alone, assumingly, because more than likely he checked them in. I'm woke. I won't doubt it was the night desk clerk that checked those girls in, because at 12 o'clock midnight, there really shouldn't be anybody working in the hotel but the night desk. And if you have security, kitchen staff would be gone, unless you're in a swanky hotel and they do, nighttime food orders. And this was an extension of the Marriott, this hotel. So housekeeping, kitchen staff would be gone at midnight. As I said, don't know if they have security around the clock, but definitely the person who checks you in the hotel, the desk clerk, manager, whomever, that's who knew those girls were in that room. And 9 times out of 10, he slipped his tail up there and stuck that wire up under there. Or could have been a staff member who worked the hotel maintenance and knew girls were in that room, had checked in, had been in the hotel when the girls checked in, saw them coming and going during daylight hours, and then doubled back into the hotel. Figured they'll be asleep, which they were. But that rambling under that door woke up one of the girls. She got up and filmed it and told him to get on. And he's still out there rambling with the door, which I was stunned, like, are you still going to ramble with the door after the person's telling you to get away? I'm surprised she didn't scream, like, get the F away from the door. She was very polite, way more polite than the queen would have been. But grace of God, the young girls were not harmed. As I said, you have to be aware of your faculties. There are evil spirits out here, and they don't mind harming you. Once again, prayers to the couple in Miami. Each were new to the area. A black male and a Hispanic young lady. Her name was Charlotte Rodriguez, and his name's Darius Kuhn. they're no longer alive. Don't know what it was about. The unaliving of these two inside of a Jeep. But it's a weird and strange story. Fortunately for the girls in California, they are alive. And they're quick thinking of filming this person trying to enter their room and tell the person to get the hell away from the door. Queen's words, not theirs. The cat is out of the bag. Will the mothers of these young ladies, parents, sue this Marriott hotel? And will they also allow their children to go on overnight trips unattended? I will put a poll on my community page and ask you about both cases, and you weigh in and you tell me what you think. Should parents allow their kids on overnight trips where they are not accompanying them? And what should these family members do about this person? And what will the judge decide? Does this person have any priors? Robbery, attempted robbery, assaults, sexual assaults? When I get an update, I'll bring you that information. Like, share, subscribe, drop your comments below this video. Follow me on the Newsbreak app and here on YouTube. And if you'd like to donate to this great network, $Banji129 chat. Stickers and chats are welcome during the live stream. Sorry, internet's breaking up. You all have a wonderful week. Please check my community page for the movie of the week, and I'll be back with more stimulating contents and commentary. You have been listening to The Violet Exhale. Thank you so much. You all have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.